Good morning. This is Jacob Bolton, Associate Pastor of Formation here at Westminster Presbyterian Church of Alexandria. Yesterday, we had an incredible adult formation class with Dr. Matt Taylor. He led the group of us on a marvelous whirlwind tour of the Gospel of Mark. Now, Mark has many unique markers distinguishing it from our other four Gospels. There's no birth story, and hardly even any resurrection account either. But it is jam-packed with the vivid, fast-paced writing of someone who has a great story to tell. As you read just the first 3 chapters of the Gospel of Mark, the English word immediately jumps right off the page. It's used over and over and over again. The English word immediately is only found 4 times in the entire Old Testament. It's found 79 times in the New. Now, it's only used once during any of the letters, the epistles, or the Revelation of John, which means all 78 times are found in the Gospels or in Acts of the Apostles. And the majority of those are found in Mark. Now, that word that's been translated as immediately is used by Mark to indicate just how fast acting, how ever present, how immediate the good news is throughout the narrative. The Gospel of Mark reads like a thrilling novel. There's never any break in the action. Dr. Matt Taylor told us yesterday that the Jesus of Mark is not the messianic conquering hero, not a king-like figure. No, Jesus, the Messiah of Mark, arrives as a suffering servant, mentioned in the last chapters from the prophet Isaiah. The servant's always busy, always on the move. The servant knows a lot about action. So too does the Jesus of this gospel. Have you ever sat down and read one of the Gospels in one sitting? If you answer that question no, why not just start with Mark? It's fast-paced. It's often considered by scholars as the earliest Gospel written, and it's the shortest of the 4 canonical Gospels. If you read Mark, notice the differences you will find between it and the other Gospels. There are no I am sayings. Those are all found in John. There's no Beatitudes. Those come from Matthew. Mark is the only place where Jesus' sisters are mentioned. The only gospel in which Jesus is actually called a carpenter. Mark is one of the 4 fascinating accounts we have of Jesus' life, ministry, death, and resurrection. What better time to read the entire gospel than right now, during the season of Easter? Now, more personally, what's happening immediately in your life right now? Are the things that seemed immediate 2.5 months ago still as pressing? Have things shifted because of the season in which we all find ourselves? Whether our lives today are as fast-paced as the Gospel of Mark or not, know this, friends: the love of Christ, the promise of resurrection, the courage to collectively face down an unknown future can immediately be found in the pages of that very first Gospel. Give it a read, then let me know what you think. Much love. Hold fast.